things go on at these encampments?
Do you really want to know that?
Yeah. Yeah, we're telling the truth.
Drugs. Drugs go on at these encampments. That's pretty much it. Drugs and, how can we better build our structure so that we stay warmer and drier? That's pretty much it, though.
People just trying to live and survive, honestly.
Do you think Governor Inslee is doing a good job in helping you?
Not at all, to be honest. I've never even heard that name before until today.
The governor of Washington.
Yeah, never if he's the governor, he's doing a job at it, to be honest.
Hey guys, Katie Daviscourt reporting for Rebel News, and I thought I would take you on a quick little tour of what it looks like in the backyard of Governor Inslee's mansion and the Washington State Capitol, since Governor Inslee is currently delivering his State of the State address.
It's not an overstatement. We cannot tinker around with this issue. We need real meat on the bones. That's why I'm proposing to the legislature an investment of another $800 million to address homelessness, both short and long term.
I thought I would share an accurate depiction of what the state of Washington actually looks like under his leadership. So who am I here with?
Marcos Harris.
And what goes on at these encampments?
Homelessness. Basically life for other people that's trying and some that's not trying. What else you want to know?
Any drug addiction, prostitution?
I don't know about the prostitution part, but it's a lot of drug addiction here, and it's a lot of alcohol abuse here too. So it's not good to have them here. They used to have the mental health institution up there. What was that? Northern Washington. So since they closed that down, a lot of people been here living, abusing life.
So who am I here with?
Seabass.
And how long have you been out here?
6-7 years.
In this spot?
Yeah.
What kind of things go on here?
From good to bad, pretty much. It's hard to really explain how it is out here. It's just hard, real difficult.
So who am I here with?
I'm Janice.
And what's your name?
I'm Ashley.
And how long have you guys been out here?
I want to say off and on homeless since I was 15. So I'm 36 now. So, but yeah, there was a chunk that I wasn't homeless, but yeah.
Are you from the area?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, born and raised.
Wow. And how about you?
I'm not from this area. I've only been here since 2015, and I've only been on the streets for the last 4 years.
What kind of hardships do you face on the streets?
It gets cold. The residents of Olympia don't care for us, so they throw shit at us. They set things on fire. They bitch about us a lot, but aside from that, it's not really too hard out here.
Wow. How about you?
Well, these days it's not as hard as it used to be. This is actually the first time I've actually had any sort of stability in my homeless career. I've been out here for about, I want to say 6 years this time, straight. And mainly it's just, like she was saying, like people, harassing us. They blew up the porta potties down there, like people that, that live in houses and stuff. And other than that, like just trying to, like she said, trying to stay warm and dry and clean. There's always mud all over us because we have to live in the mud. So, but other than that, it's like she said, it's not that hard. There's so many resources these days. Yeah, that's pretty much it, yeah.
If you believe that it is time for victims to get justice, criminals to be held accountable, and for corrupt prosecutors, judges, and officials to start doing their jobs, go to restorepublicsafety.com, where I will not just be traveling through Seattle, but we'll be exposing the public safety crisis across the country and working to get victims the justice that they deserve.
Over the last year, I've met people experiencing homelessness across our state, in Tacoma, Moses Lake, Walla Walla, Seattle, and Spokane. And we have seen what works to improve people's lives, a private place to live with a sense of dignity. This budget also increases behavioral health services, continuing my administration's successful investments in these life-changing programs. All of us know that wraparound services are critical to helping people out of long-term homelessness. And it is fundamental that people not only get a roof over their heads, but get access to these necessary services. Look, we just can't tell our constituents we're fighting homelessness and yet not provide ways to actually build more housing. So this means we need to allow housing that meets the realities of our tremendous population growth and economic growth this century. I think this is also a generational issue when you think about it.
Do you think Governor Inslee's doing a good job?
No, because I actually emailed him over a lot of things and he still ain't contact me back. So no, he's not, because if he was actually doing it, he would take my offer up on the business that I'm trying to create right here downtown Olympia to end all the people from all the business that been here way before me. So the homeless won't be able to sleep there. They can come to my place, sleep if they choose to, get a lot of food, clothes washed, clothes, stuff like that.
Do you think Governor Inslee's doing a good job in helping you?
Not at all, to be honest. He has, I've never even heard that name before until today.
The governor of Washington.
Yeah, never fucking, if he's the governor, he's doing a shitty job at it, to be honest.
Do you want to break out of homelessness?
Yeah, but I've been so far in it that I really don't know, to be honest, if I ever will. I think about it a lot of times, probably gonna die homeless.
If you had the resources, would you take them? Would you take the help?
I don't know about that, to be honest.
Sorry. So what's the community like here?
It's close, snaky, two-faced, but no matter what, in the end, we all stick together.
What would you like to see from legislators?
More housing, for sure, more housing and resources.
So what kind of things go on at these encampments?
Do you really want to know that?
Yeah. Yeah, we're telling the truth.
Drugs. Drugs go on at these encampments. That's pretty much it. Drugs and, how can we better build our structure so that we stay warmer and drier? That's pretty much it, though.
People just trying to live and survive, honestly. Like we do what we can to get our own needs met.
I really think what keeps us separate from actual society is the fact that we have an addiction. Yeah. We've got an addiction to drugs, and not everybody does all the drugs that are out there. And some of us don't turn into shitty people because we do drugs. Right. There's a lot of functioning addicts out there. There's a lot of functioning addicts out there that aren't homeless. That are working today in actual jobs. And just because they don't look like they're fucking high doesn't mean that they're not high.
That is a very true statement.
But we're frowned upon because some of us couldn't function quite as well.
And we're not quiet about it. We don't. I don't mind that people know that I do drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like my family, lots of my family does drugs, but they keep it hidden behind the doors. You know what I mean? And so, like she was saying, they have regular jobs and you would never know.
All right, so I actually had to come back to the state capitol because it turned into a hostile environment for me down there after some of the campers took issue with me filming them. But it just goes to show that this is the true definition of insanity. Governor Inslee can take and spend more than $1 billion trying to solve the homeless crisis, and it is always the same outcome. Nothing ever seems to change. I'm Katie Daviscourt for Rebel News. If you would like to support independent journalism, please go to rebelnewsusa.com and consider making a donation. We are 100% viewer funded as we pride ourselves on not taking a dime from the government, so we rely on our generous audience like you guys. Again, if you'd like to support us, rebelnewsusa.com.